Ho, what's up, solutionaries? Welcome to the Maj 2 Ray Show. It's Monday, September the 15th. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I want to say thanks to everybody for tapping into the show. We're going to chop it up today. Y'all been bitching and whining and moaning and complaining the entire weekend. And I'll let y'all ride. I decide I'm going to get back and we shoot back up. And we looking at the lefties being fired nationwide because they reacted to Charlie Kirk's death. What's up, y'all? We going to talk about it tonight. We going to make the space available to everybody. We going to communicate. But a lot of y'all going to be bitching up and not calling in. Because I got whining all day. All over social media. It's not cancel culture. It's not cancel culture. And we spoke about all of these different things. What's up, Rob? We spoke about all of this. We talked about it all week. I told y'all, see that video right there? That video right there. I'm going to play. That's the Maj was right video. And I'm going to show y'all how it was right and what this cancel culture actually turns into. So we're going to talk about all of that tonight. Again, y'all know the rules. If you're coming in, hit the like button. Especially if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. Cost you nothing. I want everybody, if you're watching on X, hit a quote post, hit a repost, share the space all over the place. What's up, Rob? What's up, Protocol? Y'all also know the routine. We try to get 10 folks to give $20. That's $200. That goes towards our work. Speaking of our work, if you haven't taken a Stop the Bleed class, now we have 99 slots available for you to take it. And that's it for this particular run. So we're going to make sure that everybody gets access to that and supporting the work. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Making sure that we getting women armed, people trained, all that other good stuff. We fundraising. Every single one of our classes with firearms, basics, stop the bleed, conflict resolution, all of that over the last few years, in-person classes have been free to all because of your voluntary donation. So we're going to ask everybody to support the work. If you're watching this on X, that link is up above. If you see it, it's scrolling like the ticker, like the stock market. Hope y'all bought some Bitcoin or whatever you're doing to invest and get your bread. I ain't tripping, right? Long as it's not harming nobody or taking nobody's property. But nonetheless, we're going to ask everybody to slide down on that ticker, pause, and support the work. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Protocol says he's fresh off of Hotep Con. Hope y'all had a great time down there. I'll tell y'all about what I've been doing lately, but I'll tell y'all that later. But nonetheless, Wild Celt is tapped in from South Carolina. So guys, we have this thing. Charlie Kirk was murdered. And I wasn't going to talk about this because what I don't want to do is get too distracted. It was horrible what happened to Charlie Kirk. I am of the belief now that Charlie Kirk was assassinated for political reasons. And politics don't mean it was the Jews or it was that. It could be a multitude of things. But there's too many questions. The government is lying on their statements too much. So my thought is, I don't believe it was a lone gunman. I don't believe none of that shit. And because I don't believe things, I start immediately going, okay, what is this taking us off of? And so I didn't want to talk about anything Charlie Kirk related because I was never a fan of Charlie Kirk. That's just what it is. And I don't want it to appear as if it's me trying to take advantage of his death because he did not. I don't think nobody to get deserved in front like that, to get murdered in front of a family like that. It's too many questions. It's too gruesome, so that's that. However, this turned and I started seeing immediately that there were politicians and, all of these different individuals getting access, talking about lowering the flags across the nation and half-mast and all of that. That is specifically designed for military situations. Charlie Kirk was not in the military. So we have standards and protocol and standard operational procedure for a reason. And when things like that don't happen or are deviated from, I start going, that's weird. And it's not a diss to anything, but I just go, that's not what our SOP is, okay? And so in seeing that, I started to see more politicians make things, say things, do things. And I'm like, oh, they're about to do the Rahm Emanuel shit. They're about to let no crisis go to waste. And that was an old Chicago mayor, Rahm Emanuel, made that statement. Let no crisis go to waste. And so I said this yesterday. I said, hey, Republicans, and that's what this video is. Let's play this real quick. I'm going to play this real quick.
Listen, if you're on the right and you're Republican, I want to tell you that you are being played. The government will use the assassination of Charlie Kirk, even though you don't have any information. You have none. You have no pictures of the actual rifle. You have no casings with the words on it that they're talking about. You have none of that, okay? But they'll show you that he was murdered, which he was, and then they'll say, we need to get a database. Anybody that makes fun of him, we need to put them in a database. They are taking advantage of the crisis. Rahm Emanuel, never let a good crisis go to waste. And they're going to try to package legislation with your support behind it. Do not fall for that. You upset that Charlie Kirk died. You want answers. You want justice. 1,000% understandable. But do not let them make you emotional. If you're emotional, they take advantage of you. 9/11, Patriot Act. Just sharing with y'all.
So I gave that breakdown. And I said that yesterday. Guys, shouts to everybody coming in. Y'all know the rules. Hit me up. Let me know where y'all coming from. What city you in. I want everybody hitting the like button. I want everybody hitting the repost button. I want everybody engaging. When you come to the Maj 2 ratio, we are here to engage. This is social networking. This ain't social, media. We use a form of media, but we network. So I want y'all to let each other know. Some of y'all might be in the same city. And if you're solutionaries, obviously vet each other. But if you fuck around and develop a network with somebody that's in your city, that's amazing. All right? So engage. My point, guys, is I played that video because that's what I posted yesterday, Sunday. I was seeing this and all of this conversation, and we're thinking about a Charlie Kirk bill and all of this other shit. When government starts going in that direction, we have to immediately go, no, thank you. Stop helping us. No thanks, government. We got it. We got it. The private entities and the private market has it. No thanks. All right. And so I put that out there because I was like, I just want to, maybe not. Maybe it won't be anything. But I saw things, so I said things. I said, let people know what's going on here. And that's what I did. And wouldn't you know it, one day later, this happens. Let's play this. This is the fastest I have been right in relation to government. This might be the fastest of all time. Okay?
Civil society, Charlie understood this well, is not just something that flows from the government.
That was today.
It flows from each and every one of us. It flows from all of us. So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in...
Let me tell y'all something real quick. Before I go further with this. Again, everybody, hit the like button. Smash the like button. Let me tell y'all something. Here's a dead-ass giveaway. Here's a dead-ass giveaway. You know how, like, you watch, I don't know, one of these shows, right? Like a Maury Povich or such and such. And somebody walks up and says, well, baby, or Jerry Springer, baby, I love you, right? But when somebody says but, it nullifies what they just said. Let's run this back a little bit.
Believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility.
Let's play it again.
Out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility.
But we don't believe in political violence, but. So let's go back before we continue on. This is the same person that laughed at or said, I don't care what it is, that think it's politically expedient. I don't believe in political violence, but just blew up a boat that allegedly had some drug dealers on it from Venezuela like last week. Then when asked about it, just was like, whatever. So what do you mean you don't believe in political violence? It has not been confirmed that any of those people had drugs on the boat. And even if they did, there was no actual violence. So you have people like this that say, we don't believe in political violence. That's not true. Okay? Politics is war with diplomacy before it gets to violence. So these people that say these things and give their Freudian slips, we don't believe in political violence, but that's not true. Your whole history, J.D. Vance, and what you've said over the however last little bit or whatever, disproves that. And I'm not saying that you're like evil if you believe in political, violence. But I want y'all to get out of this thought process that we live in Shangri-La. We don't live in Valhalla, to quote fucking Cash Patel, who's been an amazing, legendary disappointment. Legendary disappointment. But this ain't Shangri-La. This not Nirvana. This not Valhalla. This is a reality of life. The government uses political violence. They blew up places that they said just may have had weapons of mass destruction, and it was not true. That's what government is. So when you see somebody that is not in a cabinet, that's just a 31-year-old that has a political organization, okay, that honestly, he had some good points. Everybody that is in studies is going to have good points and can speak well. But my argument the whole time was he says a lot of divisive things. That's just what it is. Charlie Kirk spent a lot of time pandering to the low IQ, white, like the lily white conservative movement. That's just it's a tactic. It's not a diss. It's what he did. Okay? Oh, if I saw a black pilot, I would feel uncomfortable. Shut the fuck up. That's just reality. But nonetheless, he's not actually a politician. He's doing political things. But then when the vice president shows up to carry his, casket, you are not a political figure. So my spidey senses go up. Okay? That's just what it is. Now, then when I see what government does, and then when J.D. Vance says this contradictory thing, and then the day before I said, hey, just watch out for this, and then he says shit like this.
There is no civility in the celebration of political assassination.
Listen, if you're on the right and you're Republican,
No civility in the celebration of murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility. And there is no civility in the celebration of political assassination.
listen, if you're on the right and you're Republican, I want to tell you that you are being played. The government will use the assassination of Charlie Kirk, even though you don't have any information. You have none. You have no pictures of the actual rifle. You have no casings with the words on it that they're talking about. You have none of that, okay? But they'll show you that he was murdered, which he was, and then they'll say, we need to get a database. Anybody that makes fun of him, we need to put them in a database. They are taking advantage of the crisis. Rahm Emanuel, never let a good crisis go to waste. And they're going to try to package legislation with your support behind.
I don't even got to play no more, y'all. We're going to go to other things. This was the 14th when I said this yesterday, and this happened today. And there's all types of shit that I've been looking at that I'm like, what the fuck? I just found out that Charlie Kirk and George Floyd have the same birthday. I just found that out, which is trippy. It's creepy, right? Both got neck injuries. It's just, my brain started going a whole nother different place with shit. But nonetheless, when I say this, is not because Maj has a crystal ball. Maj is super smart, right? I'm saying it because I know what government is. It's a fucking mafia. It's a protection racket. That's what government is. It has always been. That's why the founders of America wanted very little amounts of government. So when I hear a government official and government officials start gearing up for this, and they immediately hop to social media. Now, mind you, this is how they've always been. It's like Daniel Shaver getting shot by the police, right? Daniel Shaver getting shot by the police. That's not a new thing. It's just more cameras now. That's all. Violence by the state isn't new. It's just being recorded more. Okay? So I'm saying this to say, when I look back and it looks like Maj had a crystal ball, no, I just know what they do. This is literally Hegelian dialect. But like playbook, standard operational procedure. Hegelian dialect is when a government creates a problem, acts like they're figuring the shit out, then presents a solution that costs you some of your freedoms. That's what it is. That's what this is. And so as soon as this happens, I start seeing people not, because the conversation today is leftists getting fired as it relates to cancel culture and wet Billy. Look at this shit. I'm going to open the lines up shortly. Wet Billy says there's a difference between cancel culture and consequence culture. That's the new rebrand. They're trying to convince you nobody used the phrase fucking consequence culture until 3 days ago. Nobody. It is a made-up term fed to you to justify, if you're on the right, doing the same exact thing that the left does, but not feeling bad about it. I made a whole post about this shit. I'm going to read it because Wet Billy want to jump out there and play yourself. I'm going to open the phone lines up too. And I dare any of y'all that disagree with me. Give me about 15 minutes or so. Maybe. I'm going to go over some more of this. I dare any one of you motherfuckers to jump out there and act like you want to debate me on this back and forth. I dare you. I fucking dare you. I'm going to rip your fucking head off on the show tonight. I'm going to rip your head off. Okay? I want to go to I'm going to pull it up real quick. My breakdown on cancel culture this morning. Okay? I want to read this to y'all because I want y'all to really understand that I don't care if you do cancel culture. I don't give a fuck. I do not care. It's not about whether you're doing it or not, that I'm mad or no, it's not that. It's I want you to be principled or owned when you're not being principled. That's what it's about with me. So I want to read something for y'all real quick. This is from this morning because I want to keep everybody's conversation on the, up and up. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not, because I got too many phones going off right now. I want to make sure I give all of y'all propers. Everybody need their ass whipped. I want to give you your propers. Something Diabolical says, if you're okay with a dude dying for speech, you're okay with getting fired for it. You're a fucking moron. Something Diabolical, you're a fucking moron. And I challenge you, when I open the lines up, to come and state your position live. Put a face, put a name on it. Because that's not what I said. And y'all are all about to repeat the same NPC talking points. If somebody's in the medical industry, I want to know if they think that somebody, as if medical professionals don't take a Hippocratic oath. This is a talking point that you've been fucking fed. And it's not even fucking like organic and like super dope talking point. It's easily seen. It's the cut and paste that all of them are going to say on X. I can copy and paste and screenshot and make a grid of all of y'all saying the same shit. I thought y'all were free thinkers, but you're not. But maybe y'all missed my tweet, post, X post, whatever you call it. So I'm going to give y'all the benefit of a doubt. Before you jump out there and play yourself, your arms is too short to box with Maj. So I want to give you all of the information. So all of you people that are beneath me, because some of you, your level of IQ is 1,000% beneath me. Some of you. I care for all of you, but some of you are stupid. You're dumb. And some of you are a little bit not as dumb. You're just missing information. You're so used to extreme leftists, and you think that because I'm balanced, just like you, because you are centered, extreme leftists think that you extreme right wing. So I know some of y'all may have just missed my post. You got jobs, you got whatever, so you may have missed it. So for the motherfuckers that might have missed it, okay, I want to read something to you so you can have a thorough understanding before you jump out in tonight's show, okay, and play yourself. Because once you pick up this microphone and you say you're disagreeing with me tonight, I'm going to rip your fucking head off. 1,000%. So when I open up the lines, do not jump out there talking about X, Y, and Z. Yeah, this is not cancel culture. After I read this and I give you my extreme breakdown, if you play yourself after I give you the knowledge, because you might have missed the tweets, the Instagrams, the whatever, if you disagree with me today, it will not be friendly. It's going to be disrespectful on purpose because you're too stupid to know when to fucking shut up. That's it. So y'all are getting how I train people in the gym now. Okay? So I'm going to read this for you all. You can associate and disassociate from anyone you want to for whatever reason. That's not cancel culture. Okay? Hell, I don't even acknowledge some of these bigoted dorks as hard as they try to get me to. But going out of my way, I want to be very clear. Everybody knows I've been falsely accused of rape. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that case was withdrawn. I didn't sleep with the person, da-da-da-da. Every so often, people try to throw that out there. They slander my name. They're libelous. I might sue them later on, right? But I'm not going to try to get their jobs fucking taken. That's cancel culture, and I just don't want to be a part of it, okay? So I wanted to give y'all from my personal experience of me showing you this, okay? So let me show y'all that. That's one. That is cancel culture. If me going out of my way to get any of them fired or contracts removed, though, no, because that is cancel culture. Here's a breakdown. You've never associated with the morons ridiculing the deceased. The morons ridiculing the deceased. If you are a person that is ridiculing anyone that died, and it's just so ironic that Charlie Kirk and George Floyd were born on the same day, October the 14th, because people are ridiculing Charlie Kirk's death on the left, mostly, and there are people on the right that fucking make fun of George Floyd's death the whole time. You don't gotta like them, either one of these people, but that's people doing that, a minority of the regular people on both so-called sides, okay? That happens. So, you never associated with the morons ridiculing the deceased, and you'll never meet them in real life. None of the people that are making fun of Charlie Kirk, these fucking shitbags that have nothing better to do with their life, okay? You'll never see them. You'll see them on TikTok. You'll see them on whatever. You'll never meet these people. That's like rappers arguing about the label. Your label is owned by a label, that's owned by a label, that's owned by Universal, that's owned by Vivendi. And Vivendi owns fucking Seagrams, the drink people. They are a French-based company. You're never going to see the people that own your label. Just make the music, go independent, or figure out the best contract. You are never going to see these people in real life that are ridiculing Charlie Kirk. They're morons. If you're constantly around morons, you're probably a moron. That's just what it is. But generally, my followers, you won't see them. Because you're like going to work and fucking being a productive member of society. You're not a college student that is disillusioned because they've been fed 14 years of dumb shit. You understand? So that's that. Let's continue. You're not their employer. Their words don't impact your company, brand, or life in any way. You're already disassociated. Seeking them out is you starting the process of becoming associated with them. So you're now going from I'm not associated with this person to going to find some sort of association with them. When you already could just disassociate, find like minds, and not fuck with morons. But that's not enough because you want to be a Karen. Okay? Dope says the First Amendment was meant for civil discourse. Too bad both parties have. Oh, I thought you was going to say something else. But let me continue. Seeking them out is you starting the process of becoming associated with them. For what reason are you doing this stalker shit? To get their employment canceled. Literally, the definition of the term. It's not consequence culture or whatever title you give it to make yourself feel better. Again, like I said earlier, consequence culture, nobody in here heard that term. See, they place terms in your head like toxic masculinity. You didn't hear that before a few years ago because there is a psychological operation feeding you terms to make you think or not think a certain way. Like the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA to stop you from critically thinking. So when I say, I don't know about this story, the shooter and all of this with Charlie Kirk, now I'm a conspiracy theorist as a person that's asking legitimate questions about someone I had political disagreements with, but I will openly say did not fucking deserve to get murdered for his goofy ass statements. But now I'm the bad guy because I'm asking y'all to fucking think about the same FBI that just told you ignore the fucking Epstein list. But I'm tripping. You believe Cash Patel and them and Bongino that have done a 180, but me asking a question about it, I'm tripping. Me asking a question about this concept, now I'm the problem. Just like we was the problem when they tried to make you take a fucking jab. This is the same government under new management that's doing the same shit. But I'll continue. I'll be that. It's not consequence culture or whatever title you give it to make yourself feel better. And again, you didn't give it that term. You heard somebody say it on social media. It made sense and it made you feel good because you can act like it's some shit that it ain't. But you ran into me, and you're welcome to disassociate from me. Anyway, it's the same thing as before. Many of you seem to need confirmation that it's not what it is, though. You deal with that insecurity on your own time. I'm not your fucking dad. I'm not here to validate or invalidate you. Do what you want. I'm not judging you for the action itself because I understand the thought process. I get it. You mad? This is wrong. And if you're talking to a not so nuanced person, they'll try to package it like, well, Charlie Kirk said bad things, so he got what he deserved. If you think that I'm that, fucking unfollow me. You actually are stupid or just not paying attention. You're wasting your time with the follow of me. With the unsubscribe, unfollow, burn. If you bought a BGM shirt, any type of shirt, burn that shit. You don't really get it. Okay? So, I'm not judging you for the action itself because I understand the thought process. I get it. You want answers. And people that are emotional, that want answers, that don't stop and maintain a certain level of stoicism, even if I communicate passionately, I'm always well in fucking control. I am controlling. Okay? Need to be in control. So, I'm not judging you for that action because I get it. You like, the fuck, man, these guys are horrible. And they're horrible people. And they laughing at that. And I understand. So I'm not judging you negatively for that. But miss me with the rebrand attempt. You are going out of your way to force or coerce private establishments and or government agencies to cancel someone's job because they used words you didn't like. Not the shooter. We're not talking about the shooter because you don't know the shooter. You don't know. That's a perfect example. What Keimer Shadow just said. You bought the shirt from me. If you don't like what I did or how I'm being objective, I'm not too left or right enough for you, you get to burn the shirt. You get to. It's not my property. It's yours. Same thing. A person gets to say what they want to say, however vile it is. I am not defending the people that fucking are saying these things about Charlie Kirk. I'm not. I'm saying they're morons. I said the same thing about people making drinks and memes about George Floyd because he got kneeled on his neck. You're supposed to be conservative. You're supposed to be limiting government. But you're cheering on the state killing somebody. And then you come up with an excuse. Oh, no, it was fentanyl. Whatever. The person that ridicules people that die, especially publicly, that's low IQ shit. That's troglodyte shit. I'm sorry. I'm not into it. It's like certain forms of comedy. I don't like certain forms of comedy. I like dry humor. I like nerd humor. I like The Office. You know why? You know why a lot of people are like, oh, I can't fuck with The Office? Because you're not smart enough to get the references. You dry humor, you need a certain level of IQ. I read a lot. I'm a fucking dork. I'm a nerd. Okay? Saying that to say, I don't like lowbrow shit. I don't like cheap humor. I don't like physical comedy. It's not funny. I don't like, pass gas jokes. It's not funny to me. This type of thing is not funny to me in any way, shape, or form. It's just not. It's not an attack. So now that we've established that it is cancel culture, somebody said something about someone that I liked, and I dislike what they said. So because they said this, I am going to actively go find that person's job. And then after I find their job, I'm going to pressure their employer to fire them. Now, let's go with that. Let's ask the question real quick. To the people that think that that's okay, I'm not judging you for that. I understand it. I'm telling you, it's still cancel culture. It is. And I'm not laughing. I'm not like, oh, I feel so bad for the leftists that lost their job. You a dumbass. You jumped on social media and was like, yeah, somebody should die. I'm laughing at somebody die. And if your boss found out and he goes, it's public now, or she goes, it's public now, and you had this Subway sandwich outfit on, McDonald's outfit on, that's a bad representation of my, chapter of McDonald's or whatever, franchise. So we fire you. You're a moron. That's like somebody rapping about killing somebody, drill music. You're fucking morons. So that is cancel culture, though. So when someone says, this person said the N-word, because you're the same people that when that white lady in that park a couple of months ago called that 5-year-old baby a nigga, y'all was like, it's going too far that she getting fired. Y'all gave her $500,000. Cancel culture. Y'all were up in opposition to it. But I don't want to deviate too far. That is what cancel culture is. I'm not mad at you if you participated in it. Call it what it is, though. Miss me with the rebrand. And this is the reason why the rebrand, we got to be vigilant on the rebrand. Why? First, this is how it starts. It starts with goofballs with meme pages. April the 10th, 2025. Good riddance to cancel culture. September the 14th, 2025. It's your moral duty to get libtards fired. And I'm not mad at that contradiction, but own it. But own it. If I don't make all 9 of my daily activities for the solutionary 9, if I don't hit them, I failed them. That is the standard. You did not do them. Okay? Somebody go, yo, did you get all your 9 in a day? No, I got 8. Is it midnight yet? No. Then do the fucking last one or don't. Did you finish your day as a solutionary or did you finish your day as a sucker? It's not complicated. My alarm goes off at 3:30 in the morning. Get up, fucking work out. That's it. I go work out. I put a hoodie on. I don't brush my teeth. I don't do none of that. I get some coffee. I am disgusting. I go kill myself in the fucking gym and I shower, brush my, cause shouldn't nobody be the fuck around me. Should nobody be in my face. I go do that after I sweat and kill myself in the gym. Okay? Did you go to the gym? Did you wake up? No. Yes or no? Own it. This is a contradiction. So I'm cool with the contradiction and I'm not tripping about that. That's not where it get crazy, but it starts snowballing. And our political opposition or your overlords start taking advantage of your fucking contradiction snowballing. And the people on the right are the last fucking bastion of limiting government. So if they can convince the people on the right to advocate for the same things that people on the left do, you're just going in the same destruction of America, just doing a speed limit. Leftists is just fucking doing 95 and a 25. You're doing 30. Going the same direction at a slower speed. So when I start seeing this happening, I start going, oh, hey guys, on the right, you guys, I'm a libertarian, you guys are Republicans and all, but listen, you getting played right here. So then soon as I say it, then JD Vance start going, you guys got to see something, say something. See something, say something. Then I go, wait a minute. What else is happening? These pages, military support. This is Laina Marie P., a master sergeant in the U.S. Air Force. She recently made some awful remarks about Charlie Kirk's death. We have a lack of discipline in our current military ranks. This needs to get fixed ASAP. Now let's read what Laina said. Let's go ahead and wrap this Charlie Kirk situation up in the next 48 hours. His killing was crazy to see. Wish that wasn't so easily accessible on my timeline, and I definitely don't condone that violence. Shifting gears, y'all really trying to paint this picture that he is this noble man trying to bridge America together is diabolical. This man was clearly racist, homophobic, and sexist. Google, YouTube, and X are free. His ideology and his words were extremely dangerous, and the fact that this American flag is being flown half-staff is crazy work. I said what I said. I'm not going back and forth with nobody, argue with your mama, not mine. This is not, I disagree with her and I agree with her. I don't know if Charlie Kirk was racist. I know he said it very divisive shit as it relates to fucking black people. But then other times he said nice shit to black people. It's one of his homies is Candace. Like, I'm not here to figure out if a motherfucker is racist. I don't got time for that shit. A lot of y'all care too much about is somebody racist. I don't give a, if my plumber is racist as shit, and if I don't have another plumber option, and I don't know how to do the plumbing, and if he can plumb the shit out of, let's use a better example. If I know somebody, I used to have a plug that didn't like me, and I knew he didn't like me, but he had what I needed for the price that I needed. That's it. That's the business. I'm not too focused on, first of all, I'm not gay. I don't care if another man like me. I don't give a fuck. You're getting soft out here. Pause. Okay? But she's explaining things, right? She's explaining things and saying, his killing was crazy. I wish it wasn't accessible to see. I don't condone the violence. Then she states a further section of her opinion. And now you got this supposedly military dude, and I say supposedly just because I don't know on X, dead internet theory's a thing. This military dude, we got a lack of discipline in our current military ranks. Charlie Kirk is not fucking military. So now we ascribing titles, designations, and stations to somebody. I don't give a fuck if the flags were flown half-mast, half-staff. He's not military at all, unless y'all know something that I don't. Unless because I seem to have a lot of relationships with a lot of people in the White House. Maybe he was a operative that we don't know about, and maybe that's why the ops put a bullet in his neck. Who knows? But if he's not military, why are you talking about there being a discipline and rank? She gets to express, and I thought that was very respectful. If I'm, and I don't agree with her xenophobic, I don't care enough. I told Charlie publicly what I thought about his statements and his rhetoric. I don't know if the tweets exist. My page I got kicked off for telling the truth. Okay? What I'm saying to you is I think that was light work. So why does this matter? It's like a mandate. If they can convince you to start agreeing with, yeah, you do need to wear a mask in 2020, even though a mandate is not a law. A mandate literally, by definition, is a suggestion. But if a whole bunch of people start agreeing with the suggestion, then we'll get consensus and then we'll make it a law. So when this public opinion starts to get shaped this way, and I go, wait a minute, there needs to be some sort of resistance to this because this looks like it's about to start going in the direction of military, legislation, all of this other shit. I say something. Hey, Republicans, you the last line of defense. Because you're emotional right now about somebody that you don't know. You don't know. Bookworm says, they're calling on X for her to be dishonorably discharged. It's viral. This is how they know they're liars about us just mocking his death. She didn't mock his death. She said, it's fucked up. I don't condone violence. And now they saying, oh, she need to be dishonorably discharged because she said words that you didn't like. You a snowflake just like them. Snowflake, you bitch ass motherfucker. Snowflake, marshmallow, soft, easy to grab, easy to devour. You on the internet. You on Beyonce's internet. I don't care. I'm in the beehive. I don't care if y'all get mad. Y'all on Beyonce's internet, supposed to be military, talking about a woman that was very mild in her opinions being expressed. I'm supposed to be in alignment with that weak ass shit. I don't even argue with women. What is wrong with you? I don't even your girlfriend might have that type of let's argue, want to go back and forth. I don't even look at women in the gym. I wear shades in the gym. The fuck is wrong with y'all? See, but that's the right, acting like they hardcore. But why is this important? GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. It's that ticker sliding around at the bottom. I want everybody to support the work. We having these discussions, and my job is to shape y'all. If y'all getting a little upset at what I'm saying to y'all, listen, look in the mirror, see if what I'm saying is accurate. Y'all know it come from a place of love. I'm not upset at y'all. I'm just challenging y'all to think better because I know this answer. When I know the answer, I know the answer. When I don't know the answer, I'll be like, I don't know. But this answer, I said it yesterday because I'm like, this gonna happen. I wish I would have made content about Cracker Barrel. I said, as soon as I seen the Cracker Barrel like rebrand months ago, I was like, that shit never gonna happen. They're gonna get backlash. I said it in my head. I never said it publicly, right? And then all of this backlash happened. And of course, literally, people that know me that I have had this conversation, they did exactly what I said. So yesterday I was like, let me say something because I know this answer. Wouldn't you know it? Next day, JD Vance say the stupid shit he said. I know this answer, and I'm telling y'all as your brother. I work for y'all. Some of y'all, I'm your OG. Some of y'all, I'm your YG. Some of y'all, we brothers and sisters in arms. I work for y'all. I work for y'all. Okay? I'm just telling y'all on the right, we getting, and I say we because I'm on the right politically. We getting a little soft. This is a military page saying this about another military woman. Why are you even acknowledging a military woman? Women fighting, I might try to break it up. I'm not arguing. I'm not getting in the art. It's like, I don't watch The View. Why the fuck would I watch a bunch of women talking? Why the fuck would am I invited to express my masculine position in the space? No. Fuck I'm watching it for. Man, listen. Y'all fucker, I'm a caveman on certain levels. Very basic. Very stoic. Very like, bro, I don't need much. And more men need to get back to that. But again, why is this important? Because now we're going in a different direction with this. We're going in the direction of this type of shit. This is Rep. Nancy Mace. We are urging Secretary of Education Linda McMahon. Mind you, Linda McMahon is Vince McMahon from WWE's wife. Cannot make this shit up. The wrestler's wife is the head of the Department of Education. You talking about taking shit serious and not, but I don't take the Department of Education serious anyway. But nonetheless, we urge the Secretary of Education Linda McMahon to take decisive action to cut off federal funding from any elementary, secondary, and post-secondary educational institution refusing to hold teachers or administrators accountable for celebrating the murder of Charlie Kirk. We stand ready to work with Secretary McMahon to ensure taxpayer dollars never fund hate, extremism, or violence inside our schools. But let a black person say, we need something with the funds. Oh, we can't do that. We don't need a anti, and I'm not saying that like I'm down with, we need a hate crime bill. I don't give a fuck. Crime is crime. I don't care that you try to make me feel some way better because the dude that killed the black dude, we made it a hate crime. So even though we gave him life, we're going to give him plus 2 years. That shit ain't real. So I want y'all to don't get it fucked up. I'm not that person. Right? But then they say shit like this. This is the same people that when Kamala was in office, like, I'm not saying I'm going to do something for black Americans. Get in and go, we got to stop Asian hate. The contradictions is blaring on both so-called sides. So this is why I'm trying to challenge y'all to think better because y'all are the resistance. If they get y'all to fold, we fucking done. I'm going to be all right. Me and mine going to be all right. As Dave said, I thought the Department of Education was canceled. That's what they campaigned on. I thought he signed a whole executive order saying that shit was supposed to be broke down. Come on now. So I'm not tripping if this shit go to shit. I am a warlord internally. I will fucking eat you. I will eat you. I will boil you and eat you to save my family. I have no problem with that. I've expressed a little bit more lately. We family. We doing the show Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. I've told y'all more about myself. I will eat you for my people. I'll get some pink Himalayan salt and if that's what it takes. Pause. Somebody saying eat who? Pause. Chill, y'all. Chill. Chill. But on some real, like, if this all go to shit, I'm gonna be fine. Me and mine gonna be fine, I promise you. We got RVs, we got guns, we got the will to kill and the will to live and the will to fight. And the skill sets to do it. Okay? So I'm not advocating for that. Bruce says, Maj, I don't taste good. Pause. Oh, pause. Oh, what's going on, Solutionary? Guys, we had a couple of super chats. Let me go into that beforehand. Dre Harden with the super chat, $5. Guys, we now need $195 more worth of super chats. 10 folks at $20 is what we try to do. Dre says, these people do not believe in the First Amendment, Constitution, George Foreman, Brandon Tatum, Patel, etc. I cannot disagree with that. They looking crazy out here right now. They looking crazy. Fundamentals got a good question. Fundamental says, what type of RV do you recommend? Thor. Thor is the standard. They should cut me a check or give me a new RV. Somebody tag Thor Motor Coach. Thor Motor Coach. I was just playing. If y'all wanna sponsor me, right? Listen, if you want to sponsor me, I was just joking about eating people. There's no cannibalism. This is just a joke. This is after hours. We are a family show. The Maj Toure Show is a family-friendly camping ground, RV park, friendly show. Okay, guys? It was just dark humor for a moment, but we're good people. We don't eat people. We are a family show. I am safe like Kevin Hart. We're both from Philadelphia. You know, this is a safe space. My point here, guys, is if we don't, on the right, identify these things and be very vocal about it, we are the last line of defense. And now you have reps like Nancy May saying, we don't fund hate, we fire it. Remember when everybody on the left was talking about, we don't support anti-Semitic, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da? And everybody on the right was like, what are you talking about? That's not anti-Semitic. Asking questions about AIPAC is not anti-Semitic. Asking why they don't have to register as a foreign lobby is not anti-Semitic. I'm Semitic. I'm a Jew. I'm a Sephardic. I'm a Jew. Look at these locks. I got the beard and everything. I'm Hebrew. I'm a Jew, not Jewish. What time you gonna be there? 7-ish. Not 7. But my point is, there's nothing anti-Semitic about asking a question. And we on the right, we're on that. But now, what's happening right here? They're going to use the death of Charlie Kirk to attack you. Pretty Liddy says, I'm Semitic. Shalom. I want y'all, listen, I want everybody to get away from me with their goyish ways. All these crazy goyim out here. Listen, I just want to study Torah. You know what I mean? I don't see, you got to see me before Saturday. You got to see me before Saturday. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. You know what I'm saying? Shabbat shalom. We're not attacking nothing, but you got to ask certain questions. When you're talking about government, not the Israeli people, when you're talking about government in general of any nation, you got to ask these questions. And so we were asking these questions, and now we get to people like Nancy Mace saying like, yeah, we got to stop the hate. When the left was saying that, we are sounding like the squad. Oh, there's so much white supremacy. Oh, and I say we, not me. I say we in the sense of like what these politicians on the right are sounding like now. Okay? There's too many questions to be answered and to be asked here. And we get all the way back to these questions of what is cancel culture? Dre says, 2018, Jews will not replace us. That's the right in 2018. Right in 22, fund and support everything for Israel. And listen, if any of my Hebrew homies want to fly me out to touch the wall, listen, I want to have the experience, but I'm still going to ask questions. Why this is important is because we have to be very, very careful of what we're allowing, because government will then use, because I understand, listen, you're frustrated because the left seems like they get away with so much stupidity. And having a clearly defined definition of what cancel culture is important, because instead of you saying, I am participating in cancel culture because the definition is I am going out of my way to attempt to cancel someone's jobs, contracts, situation, that is cancel culture. I would prefer you say, I'm participating in cancel culture because this speak that these people are saying has offended me. But here's a deeper play. You should ask yourself why you are having this response to someone that you don't know. Most of you have never met Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk has a Make the Hood Great Again shirt. Lie to you not. Candace got him. Charlie Kirk has a Make the Hood Great Again shirt. I know he got it. I gave it to him. Me, myself. He has it. Well, where's family? They might have to move now. Who knows? Charlie Kirk has a Make the Hood Great Again shirt. I've spoken at Charlie Kirk's events. Multiple times. Okay? They're taking your like for some of the things that you saw via a television screen, and they're going to weaponize it against you. Left or right. It's like social media. They let Zuckerberg and them have Facebook and Instagram. Okay? Because they left-leaning shit over there. And then they made or let Elon supposedly buy this one. And now he's steering it right of center. So y'all got something to argue about all of the time. And meanwhile, while you arguing, Rubio secured legislation that now the federal government can take your passport if you're critical of the state of Israel. That happened. That's not me just saying that. Meanwhile, Thomas Massey's amendment to stop government from propagandizing you, they switched that. There used to be a rule, and in 2012 it was changed under the NDDA or NDAA, something like that, where you could not utilize, as the government, you could not propagandize the American people. That was changed in 2012 under the Obama administration. Thomas Massey, because as much as Republicans say Obama's this, Obama's that, Thomas Massey presented an amendment to repeal that, meaning, hey, you can no longer, as the government, propagandize the American people. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson blocked that a few days ago. So we say to this fake news on the right, Smith-Mundt Modernization Act. That's what it was under. We say that it's fake news and the government shouldn't be involved in it. Thomas Massey says, here's an amendment to that so we can get rid of that part at least. And the Speaker of the House goes, no, I'm blocking that. While you arguing about, I want to do cancel culture, and I don't care if you want to do cancel culture. Just call it what it is. Don't try to cap me up. See, if you stop trying to call it something else, consequence culture, and you own, I'm participating in cancel culture, then you'll go, damn, I just was arguing against this forever. You might be less likely to do it, and you might actually maintain your principles. And then if you, as the right, are maintaining your principles, the government can't use you, people on the right, the last bastion of freedom, to conserve the Constitution, conserve limited government, conserve the system of checks and balances. That system, that matrix, that new world order, one world government can't use you to advocate for your own fucking disinterest because you were actually principled. There's people that are on the right now saying, so what? He got principles. Thomas Massey never gets nothing done. Him and his principles. But yet and still you say you're a Christian. Christian ideology is based in principles. It's based in maintaining a standard. That's what conserving means. We have to maintain this. That's like street. Let me break it down a different way. When people are street, right? They in the street. They say, I'm not a rat. I'm not a rat. We don't do ratting. We don't do ratting. They never rat on their homies. Homies get caught, nobody rat. But then they rat on their ops. You a rat. You a rat. You told on the ops. But that ain't my homies though. You're a rat. Call it what it is. I've had so much tremendous disrespect for Tekashi 6ix9ine for being a rat. But I then went, he's owning that he's a rat. And your stupid asses that wanted to be a part of his hip hop life, the actual gangsters, you couldn't tell that he was going to tell as soon as you got into some shit, especially after you slept with his baby mom and tried to kill him. He's a rat. He got rainbow hair. What the fuck you thought? You the dummy. But he went, yeah, I ratted. I'm a rat. Okay, cool. I love when Pharrell was on Drink Champs and he said, listen, my friends do not do crime around me. He said, because the FBI is on speed dial. Speed dial. He said, I told you I'm not about that shit. I told you not to do that shit around me. And Nori and Enough, they laughed because they was laughing like, yo, it's so true. Tell a motherfucker, yo, bro, I'm a rat. It's boys in the hood. He want to get out the car. Let him get out the car. He ain't built for this. We know what we getting in this car to do. We gonna go kill the ops. Let me out, man. I ain't about that. Let me out. Are you about conservative values? If you are, don't let them utilize your frustration for the killing of Charlie Kirk to then usher in more government. This is literally how they got the Patriot Act. They blew up some buildings. They said it was terrorists. Their passports were still available. Like the passports, everything else blew up. The buildings blew up. The planes blew up. Tower number 7 blew up. Tower number 7 ain't even have a plane. That just dropped. And the thing that stayed the whole time was they passports made out of paper. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Philly to sell you for cheap, gently used. And I'll throw in a Liberty Bell for free. If you believe that shit, I come to Philly, I got a bridge for you. Okay? Stop. Stop. You are the last line of defense. Do not fall for the same thing. You should not care if these barely employable, if employed, morons are taking to TikTok to say stuff. They're morons. Let them, in the shooting world, we love when someone comes from behind cover and concealment. I can't stitch you up the same if you're behind concealment or cover. You could be concealed but not covered. You could be in cover but not concealed. For me to stitch you all the way up, I want you to come from behind cover and concealment. Let them come from behind concealment. You get to disassociate with these people. You get to. Because if not, you're going to perpetually, if you don't let it just be, unless you're just saying, I'm going to participate in cancel culture. Cool. You're ratting. Cool. I question your maintenance of principles. I do. Because you said you was about this and you changed. So that means if I say you in a solutionary 9 and you say you're going to hit your macros, you say you're going to drink a half a gallon of water, you say you're going to study, you say you're questionable and you might fold under fucking questioning. But I appreciate the honesty. I know to not do any crime around Tekashi 6ix9ine. Made it a little easier for me. When someone's a racist and they be like, I hate you blacks. Whew, thank you, bro, for letting me know. Because I might have made the mistake of thinking that you was actually a patriot. I might have slipped up. Thanks for that. But don't act like it's not what it ain't. What it is. It is. Okay? When they allow you to hide what you are doing and you look for people around to justify your bullshit, and now you're calling it consequence culture, and now you're not doing anything productive, right? And you're doing the opposite, and then because it's like that pendulum going back and forward. And then because the other side did something, now Big Daddy government is going to help you. Point out, help, employer, help me. Help me bring this person to justice because they said things that hurt my feelings. Right? When you outsource that, the government is absolutely right. They the mob. Yeah. Bring it right to me. I'll protect you. It's a protection racket. I'll protect you. Yeah, come get protection. I'm going to help you, and this is what it's going to be. That's what you're doing. And it's supposed to be you saying, no thanks, government. That guy's a moron. We're going to keep building with like-minded people and create more babies and young people that are in alignment with limited government. No thank you, government. We don't need you, employer, to go spend all of that energy. Let me ask you this. That time that you spent finding this person's job, and Benny's right here. Even some libertarians have fascist views, much less of the low-hanging fruit of conservatives. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. There's people that identify as libertarians, that like some of them in like them northeastern states, they fucking clowns. They're clowns. They talk all of this bigoted shit. I just ignore them and just build with like-minded libertarians. So what I'm telling you is the time that we was putting into energy that is finding this person's job, doxing them, all of this, you could have been building with like-minded people in your community. You ain't been to a fucking city council meeting yet. You ain't been involved. D Simply with the $20 super chat. I think we need like 9 more or something like that. Y'all, if y'all got some value from the show tonight, we're going to go for a few more minutes, maybe 5 more. If you got some value from the show tonight, support the work. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Thank you for that, D Simp. For those of y'all that are giving super chats to get up on the screen, please name a small business, a social media page, or somebody doing some good community work so they can get some love too. All right, put that in your comment. Thanks again for that, decent. My point in saying this, y'all, is that energy that we could have put into strengthening and engaging and empowering more Americans, we did that chasing leftists. Now we're asking for more government to help us in that, and then government, when the Democrat is in office next, they just pendulum swing harder. The Trump administration, President Donald Trump, has signed over 200 executive orders in 8 months that he's been in office. Executive actions and orders are supposed to be done very sparingly under emergency circumstances. But what happens is, because now almost it's like government is being ruled by decree, this president says, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. And I'm going to rule by decree, and executive orders and actions are ways to circumnavigate the systems of checks and balances. If you don't know that, you should be taking our civics class. This is why I'm telling y'all to donate to the work. We need 490 more donors at the $100 level to keep the classes going, the firearms classes, stop the bleed, and all of that. But everybody that donates at the $100 level to GiveSendGo.com/solutionary, you get access to all of these classes in video form. This transformative, empowering, solutionary information that are videos that you can watch at your leisure, you can share with your family, you can teach them these things. I would rather you put some funding towards helping people and you get access to that, and you can put that energy that you would be putting into doxing people and begging government for more help. I want you to share your membership to Solutionary University that you got for helping us and helping other people learn for free. I would rather you share that shit like the Netflix password and give it to everybody in your household, or everybody that you know. See, are you down with solutions? Everybody shows up. I had 3 million views on my video talking about Charlie Kirk's murder on Instagram. Go look. At Big Daddy 2 Ray. 3 million views. Imagine if 10% of 3 million is what, 300,000? Imagine if 300,000 people donated $5 to our work. See, and the work has been cemented for 8 years. So when I argue these things and I tie all of this together for you, I'm not defending the morons on the left laughing at Charlie Kirk's death. No. I've met Charlie Kirk. I've spoken at his events. I get it. No, I'm not supporting that. I'm telling you to keep your head on a swivel, maintain stoicism, and be a chess player. See, in chess, usually the pawns go first. You're being pawned and hoed out all over the place. You react to when the left does something, and you react to when the right does something secondarily. Reactionary, not solutionary. I'm telling you to let off the gas. Let off the gas. And if you do want to be cancel culture acolyte, own it. But if you own it, you probably won't do it anymore because you'll see your own contradictions. It's not okay, y'all. What is better for us? And it's the harder path. But I'm challenging you. If you're watching me tonight, there's about 500 of y'all in here. I ain't Kai Sanat. I don't have 100,000 people watching every night. We're going to go in that direction. And huge shouts to everybody that's sharing the content, subscribing. Please subscribe. Subscribe to the newsletter. Subscribe to the channels. YouTube.com/Maj Toure. If you're watching on X, subscribe to the YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, follow me on X. Okay? We getting there. We're going in a direction. However, we are objective and we are the leaders. So we have a bigger responsibility. And this is a more difficult path for us because we are tasked with the responsibility of saving a fucking country. America, next year, will be 250 years old. Republics, historically, because we are a constitutional republic, a very powerful experiment. Republics usually last a little under or over 200 years. We are looking at the end game of what usually happens at the end of republics globally, historically, through world history. But I believe we can get another 100 years out this bitch if we create more people that are principled, that are willing to, when it's difficult, to put their ego down and maintain a standard. We don't abandon the Constitution because COVID-19. We don't abandon the Fourth Amendment because we respect police officers. Yeah, we respect the standard too. And officers that took an oath to the Constitution should respect that standard that they took an oath to as well. So when I say I'm challenging you all to support the work that we need to make America stronger and save our republic, I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. I'm saying that because that's how America was built. And if we really are, and I'm going to assume everybody that's watching the Maj Toure show, I'm going to assume that you're here because you want that type of America for your grandchildren, great-grand, and things of that nature. So I'm going to ask you all to do something amazing tonight. I want everybody to donate the $100 level. If you can't, give what you can. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary is the ticker under us. You will have access, every donor over $100. The reason why I'm confident and know what I'm talking about is because I read a lot and have for decades. We have distilled a lot of that information in our civics class, Civics and Liberty 101, our Understanding Imminent Threat class, that every woman, I want all of y'all that's donating to, let's get 10 donors at the $100 level because we're fundraising out for our building, but we're taking some of that money to make these Understanding Imminent Threat classes or firearms classes available to women. Any woman that wants to take this class for free, just shoot me a DM or shoot me an email. My email is majtoure@solutionaryuniversity.org. Okay? I want you men that we're not too far from that young lady from Ukraine, the refugee that was stabbed to death on that light rail. We need to train more women. Soon as I saw her sit down and not with her back to a wall and stay in the phone zone, I knew it was up. But if you took our Understanding Imminent Threat course, you wouldn't be in that scenario. That's not me victim blaming her. I want to be very clear. My point is, we need women to take that class. We're not just going to only talk about cancel culture. We're talking about an overall culture of violence, of disrespect, of lack of training, of just horrible culture. We have to be the people that shift that. So we get that Understanding Imminent Threat course. You give it to the women, especially in your life. You get that firearms basics course. You get macros, meal plans, workout routines, shooting drills. You get a private community of thousands of people across the country helping each other, networking. We got to turn it back into social networking, not just social media. I want everybody to donate at the $100 level. You're going to get an email directly from me. If anybody do it right now while we write on the show, I'll get the email from you right now and I'll walk y'all through the process. Anybody that donates at the $100 level right now, my phone's right here. I'm going to get the email. And I'll email you access. So that's everybody at the $100 level. You can't. Everybody over $50, I'm still going to give you one class. I'm going to shoot you a different email saying, yo, what class you want? There's a lot of energy to talk about Charlie Kirk's death, to argue about what cancel culture is and what it's not. Everybody got energy and talk for that. Talk is cheap. Free Wi-Fi. Talk is cheap. Action. Supporting with resources. Getting those resources that you get from helping others and teaching the people in your family. We talk about on the right, we talk about culture and Christian values and whatever. It's whatever your faith is. This is what we've created at Solutionary University, and we want everybody to support. There's almost 500 of y'all watching, right? We need 490 $100 donors to buy the center and be done with fundraising. We're asking everybody to do that. We could do it tonight. But the question is, do you just want to talk? Or do you want, because I'm not asking y'all to go frontline with me. I'm frontline. I love this. I love working for y'all. I work for y'all. I talk to y'all. I give y'all talking points. I help shape your narrative. I challenge you. Y'all challenge me. I work for y'all. What I'm telling y'all, you got to help. So I'm asking everybody, support the actual work. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. If you want to participate in cancel culture, own it. I don't think you should, but own it at least. If you want to not be contradictory and you want to help, you want to support, we've been doing the work for 8 years. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary, or just buy some merch. BlackGunsMatter.shop. I want to thank you all for tapping in tonight. I appreciate y'all all tapping in. Make sure y'all share the space all over the place. If you're watching on X, just give it a quick quote, tweet, quote, post. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. I appreciate you all. Tomorrow, same time, same channel, YouTube.com/Maj2Ray, Rumble.com/Maj2Ray, X.com/Maj2Ray999. Thank you all. BlackGunsMatter.shop, GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Anybody that has any other questions, shoot me a DM. I'm going to be on my phone for the next few hours. I'm going to fundraise for the next 3 hours. Okay, 10, 11, 12, about 3 hours. Fundraise, shout outs. Everybody should at least give $10 today. Everybody, please do so. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Thank you all for tapping in. Be safe.